Sound has a powerful potential of healing, and it can harmonize the mind, the body and the spirit. Hello everyone and welcome to the Now in Times Talk from the Heart. Our guest today is Ram Dultani, also known as Dhyan Shanto. He is the founder, Sound and Meditation Academy here in Goa. He has been practicing sound healing for over 9 years and been teaching meditation practices for over 2 decades. Dhyan Shanto, welcome to our show and thank you so much for coming on our show. Let us start with Dhyan Shanto was an architect. He then started his spiritual journey. Before the interview, we were speaking and he was explaining to me, and I think it's a good story and we should hear about it. Tell us how, from architecture to sound healing to meditation.
So meditation actually needs to be part of everybody's life. It became part of my life when I was practicing architecture, mainly interior designing in Pune. And then I planned to move to Goa in 2015, where I thought let's be away from the sand and cement. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a very beautiful practice. It's just that meditation became more part of my life and I started sharing it. So it started to take more time of my life. So that's where I say that it was not just a jump, but it was a gradual movement where my own meditation practice started to get deepened. Then I started sharing it and then teaching it with Sama. When we say Sound and Meditation Academy, the word is more Sama.
Sama.
Sama means equilibrium. It also
balance,
means atmosphere. It also means sky. The sky and earth being in equilibrium, being grounded also, and being in the heart also, and being relaxed in the mind also.
Right.
So, yes.
So, sound healing, I'm sure you have heard about it and I have heard about it, but how would you, for those who don't know about sound healing, how would you define it in very, very simple terms? And also, Dhyan Shanto, how is sound healing different from other meditation modalities?
I would say we all have experienced sound healing. Yeah. Means we think of suddenly we are thinking of sound healing, but I would say we all have experienced sound healing. Sound healing is a very soft and powerful energy modality where different instruments, especially bells, bowls and gongs are used to take the receiver into the state of meditation. It's a passive modality. When we are speaking of any other modality or any other meditation technique, you have to do something there. Be it yoga, vipassana, or Osho active meditations. You are asked to do something there, but sound takes you into the state of meditation passively. When I was saying that we all have experienced sound modality, we see bells in the temples.
Yes.
We see bells in the churches. If you look at the Egyptian temples also, the old Babylonian temples, you will see bells. If you travel to Far East countries, you will see bells, bowls, gongs. And we know that the moment we enter into these places, the sound of the bells when it is struck, there is an immediate harmony and alignment happening in us. So the science of sound healing was known by the priest, the yogis, the masters, and they used it at all religious places. And that's, as I said, we all have experienced it also, just that we were not aware of it.
What would you say are the benefits of sound healing?
Before I explain that, let's understand our physical being.
Right.
Okay. Our physical body at some level is energy. This is scientifically proven.
True.
We are made up of cells are molecules, atoms are electrons, protons, and electrons, protons are energy particles. Now whenever there is any disbalance in my physical, mental or emotional state, there is a disbalance in my energy.
Right.
a balancing energy, a balancing sound can support to bring harmony and alignment. So when I say this, whenever I have a mental issue, when I say mental issue, it's like, my mind is moving too much. We say normally, like, people say that I'm anxious, I have anger issues, I am continuously thinking.
Yes.
Yeah, this is normal with each one of us in this fast-paced life.
So true.
Now, when this mind is moving, the only solution to that is meditation. Okay. Now, sound comes here into picture. Now, you will say that it's very difficult for me to meditate.
It is. I was going to say that because
So
just to say
sound comes here into picture and brings your mind into the meditation state passively. From the beta to the theta to the deep relaxation state. When different frequencies of singing bowls are played, the binaural and the monaural sounds, they help to relax your mind and takes you to the meditation state passively. That's where that's the reason why people are moving into sound meditation now, because it supports them to take into the state of meditation without them doing much. Yes, a regular meditation practice is needed in each one's of life, but that is more easier when you're more relaxed. When you're already so much in anxiety, sound really supports you to take into that state, and then you bring a regular meditation practice also in your life to stay in continuous harmony.
Right. But normally, isn't it? I mean, this is what I think that, we normally believe that sound distracts you, right? I mean, when we hear a sound, our mind gets attracted to it and we are listening to it. But you are saying that in a scenario where we are meditating, sound is actually promoting that meditation and getting you into that state of relaxation.
Yes. When you're getting distracted, mostly it is noise.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Mostly it is noise.
Yeah.
And let's say we are getting distracted also when our mind is not in a right state.
Yes.
And these are all higher frequencies. This is where the science comes in. Our brain has lower frequencies, and when harmonious and soothing sounds are played, the mind slowly starts to move into the state of relaxation. The sounds of these instruments are so soothing, it immediately pulls your mind, it gets fixed at one point, it takes you away from the other things what you were thinking, and when multiple bowls are played, it slowly starts to relax and take you into the meditative state.
Now, you are from Pune. You said earlier from Pune. You've been in Goa now about 9-10 years, and you also were teaching meditation for over 2 decades. That's a long time. So what type of meditation do you teach?
Mainly active meditations. So this comes from Osho. What he says is, in today's busy world, our mind is so engrossed with so many things. It's not easy for us to just sit and meditate. Like, normally the traditional meditation, what we know is that you just sit silently and your mind relaxes. And we know that this does not happen. In active meditations, what happens is we move into movement and activity. Be it dancing, be it gibberish, be it catharsis, be it laughing, and then move into the silence. It is like, when you move your mind so much, you are throwing off stuff, whatever is happening in your mind, and then you are ready to go into relaxation. See, normally, let's say in an office environment, we know that we are sometimes angry with our staff or we are angry with our boss. It's not that he is not right or she is not right. It's just the anger is happening in us. And we need not throw it out. But what has happened, the energy of the anger has happened inside you.
Inside, right.
And through gibberish or through just shaking, you release this energy. And when you are able to release this energy, you are able to sit silently. This is where active meditations come into picture. Very beautiful techniques Osho has given us, that it's for the modern man. He clearly said, it's my meditation techniques are for the modern man. Sound can also be used for the body. If I have any physical body pain, like be it shoulder pain, knee pain, ankle pain, hip pain.
Okay.
What happens in that time is my muscles are kind of contracted. And in a sound session, it is not only that you are listening from the ears, you are also feeling the vibrations.
And the body is relaxing.
Yeah. So with the singing bowls, we apply the sound vibrations on the body of the person, and it helps physically. Earlier we said mentally, physically, and emotionally.
Right.
Emotionally also it supports us. We are aware of our main 7 energy centers, the 7 chakras. The state of the chakras defines a physical and emotional state. Again, sound comes here into picture. The way each chakra has a resonance with a color, it also has a resonance with a sound note. So sound supports to bring our chakra energies in balance and in harmony, and ultimately bringing our being in harmony.
Right. That sounds interesting. I would love to see how you do that. Like, what is this metal? Is this brass?
It's bronze.
It's
so the
bronze.
major composition of a singing bowl is copper and tin.
Okay.
Sometimes there are other metals also added, but the major composition is copper and tin. It's bronze metal.
Okay. All right.
And the way the singing bowl is made, like when I was reading the history of
Yes.
singing bowls in some of the books, it traces to Bronze Age, which is approximately 5,000 years back. And it is said that it must have been accidentally discovered. Because see, bowls is the most comfortable, like say first I would say utensil, like when
Yes.
when the very primitive people, when they must have created, because it feels a shape which you can cook, eat, drink,
And hold easily.
do everything. They must have accidentally discovered that a bronze singing bowl sings, and then yes, there was research happened. Like when we look at the singing bowls, we immediately say Tibetan singing bowls. Tibetan people were lineage of Buddha.
Right.
Buddha's time was 2500 years back. During that time also singing bowls were used for meditation. So the traces of singing bowls is much more before that.
Like you said, 5,000 years
approximately
ago.
5,000 years. So yes, the yogis, the meditators, they have researched a lot and shown us that how different frequencies can be used for different needs of a body. Now with science, we clearly know that each of a body organ is also vibrating at some frequency.
Right.
And we also know resonance. When things are in resonance, it becomes in alignment. So let's say my stomach is at the frequency of 110 hertz. My stomach is upset. And when I give a resonance frequency to my stomach, it starts to come in harmony again. So when it starts to come in harmony, automatically the healing is happening.
Right. Now, talking about healing and talking about learning, because I'm sure there are so many of you all, after listening to Dhyan Shanto, when he uses the gong and the singing bowls, the sound effect is really soothing. It's very beneficial, of course. Now, for those people who would want to learn how to use these bowls, how to do sound healing, is there certain requirements from that person, or can anybody learn that, or do you need to know a little bit about sound?
Sound modality is a very easy technique to learn. So if somebody is a very newcomer also, it is totally fine. What we do is, we have 3 types of workshops. We have a 4-hour session and we have a day workshop where you can come and see that how you connect with this modality. Maybe you want to pursue this path or not. If you don't want to pursue also, you learn enough in that one day that you can use the modality for your own practice,
Right.
for your own meditation. Then people who want to practice it as a professional, as a sound practitioner, for them we have 5 days workshop.
Okay.
So that 5 days workshop is 1 module is with the singing bowls and 1 module is with the gongs. Each workshop is complete in itself, where we start from the basics. You may not know anything of how to use sound modality, about meditation also. So we start from the basic, from meditation. At the end of 5 days, you are ready to give a session to others.
Okay.
Means of course a bit of practice is
Of
needed.
course. Who would you say would benefit most? I mean, for someone who wants to learn, yes, take this as a profession, take this forward, learn. Who would you say would benefit the most? I know you'll say everyone, but otherwise, who would benefit the most from learning this technique? Only not to use on themselves, but also, as a profession.
So anybody who's looking at a career in wellness, okay. So people who are into the wellness industry, they can add this modality. Yoga teachers. To your surprise, in my last training in Pune, out of 12 students, 6 were psychologists.
Wow.
So you see, the psychologist approaches their clients through the mind. And we are already aware that the mind is now so many places, it's not easy to approach.
Absolutely.
So there again meditation comes into picture. That we ask the receivers to come for a meditation. And then sounds really supports them to take the receiver into a state of meditation very easily, and then the other work can be done. There are medical practitioners who also come to learn sound healing.
Wow.
So these are people who are already into the profession. They add sound to them, to their practice.
To their practice.
So it supports them. Then totally new people also. Means I have housewives coming and learning, and they bring it into their practice, or they
Right.
start working with sound. I have IT professionals also coming because they are looking for something that they want to do, something for their own meditation and their family. So IT professionals also many times.
And to
join the
reduce
training.
the stress with all that we have been
Yes.
hearing recently about the young CA, that balance is so
Yes.
much required.
So
Yes.
before saying that everybody needs to meditate,
Yes.
that is for sure.
That's true. That's so true.
Yes, for learning, people who are looking into, who are already into the wellness industry, or people who are looking to add this modality into their practice. We surely have a very deep connection to sound. If you are aware, the hearing sense is the first sense which grows when we are in the belly
Right.
of the mother. It's also the last sense.
Okay, this I didn't know. It is the last sense. First sense I know because many experiments have
It
been
is
there.
last sense because if you see, when somebody is in coma, or when somebody is almost towards dying, the elders say, call the priest, and they will recite the scriptures to them by default in all religions,
Yes.
because they are aware that that the person maybe is not responding to us, but they are hearing it.
Right.
And coming back, when we are speaking of religion, sound does not belong to any religion. It is a pure science. So sound played through the bowls is the harmonious sound from inside. When we are doing chanting and prayers,
Yes.
we are becoming the instruments.
Yes. That
And
vibration.
it's changing the vibration of the whole space. You enter a church or you enter a temple, you feel the vibration of the space. It's because the vibrations has been created there with the prayers and the chanting.
Right. We all are waiting. I'm sure the audience is waiting. You can see everything here. I'm sure you're waiting for Dhyan Shanto to start and show us how the sounds, what are the sounds that come out of it and how soothing they are. But before that, a last question. You also have a social enterprise called Carry Your Bottle.
Yes.
Sounds very interesting. I always carry my bottle though, but what does it entail?
So this is the social enterprise which I started some 6 years back. It's to make people aware not to buy bottled water and start to use a reusable bottle, and we give solutions around it. So we promote reusable bottles, this is one thing. We are also working on an IoT based water vending machine where you can just scan through QR code, do the payment and fill your bottle. We are almost very close to the launching of it. So next month you will see the prototype of it in Goa. So that's the work what I do to give back what we have received so much.
It's time for a short break. Don't go anywhere. Dhyan Shanto is going to show you how these tools work. How by watching him and listening to the sound, you can get into a meditative state. We'll be right back. See you soon.
Let's do a 5 minutes meditation together. Find a comfortable position for yourself. Sitting on a chair or a sofa. If you feel like lying down also, it is totally fine. Slowly start to become aware of your breath. And being open and available to receive the harmonious sounds of the bowls, to take you into meditation and bring harmony to you. Keeping your eyes closed and enjoy the journey. And by the next strike, you almost feel them to the tip of your hair. Slowly bringing your awareness back to your physical body. And when you feel ready, you can gently open your eyes. Keeping the awareness and the experience of the journey you have been through. Slowly move your body, drink some water, and thank you for being part of the meditation.
I hope you liked the sounds. I hope you will continue with using sound for your own healing, for your own balance. And we thank Dhyan Shanto from our audience from Go 365 and the Navin Times. Thank you so very much. It was such a pleasure speaking with you. Would you like to say something to our audience before we sign off?
Yeah, first, thank you so much for inviting. I hope each one of you all liked this small meditation what we did now. Yeah. This I would say that please bring a meditation practice in your life. Find a meditation center, something close by, start a meditation practice. Or you're always invited to my studio to come and do some more deeper sessions with us. You can also check out our website, which is mentioned here. Thank you and best wishes to all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dhyan Shanto, and to all our audience, thank you for your time and patience, and until next time, take care of yourself.